Atlantic Business looking for a victory and a place in the semi-final of the TCC Cup 2025-26. It was the home side who were on the back foot earlier on the game as Atlantic Business sought to assert the authority in this fixture, and it didn't take them long to do that, firing and fashioning opportunities that made everyone raise questions. Atlantic Business continued to show their expertise and their dexterity, and they would get the lead on 23 minutes. Chinonso firing beyond the goalkeeper to give his side an advantage. The goal would prove extremely important, and VOE, playing on the back foot, would need to come out of the blocks and play to their strengths. However, they weren't able to convert possession into goals, with a lot of the opportunity going a-begging. Chances continued to come, and it was simply a question of when they would get a goal and not if they would, as VOE laid a siege on their visitors' goal. However, they were unable to convert possession into goals as the visitors stood firm and make sure that things were very difficult for their rivals. The teams continued to create chances, and there would be a late chance in the first half as time ebbed away for Atlantic Business to double their advantage, but they couldn't, and it would be one goal going into the break. But teams seemingly putting a lot of stock in the game. Opportunities continued to come for both sides, and it was simply a case of when another goal would come in. Atlantic Business almost doubling their advantage from a dangerous free kick. The home side continued to sit under the cosh of the pressure that the visitors were putting on them, and soon Atlantic Business would find themselves in a position to double their advantage after VOE had come extremely close to equalizing. But the goal that would be the insurance goal would come for Atlantic Business in the 64th minute. A shot come cross would be turned home by Shekina to double the advantage for Atlantic Business and make it 2-0, put wind in the sails of VOE, who went in search of the goal that would put them back in the game. However, both teams were struggling to find the cutting edge, especially with VOE themselves looking for a way back. Atlantic Business almost made it 3-1, but there was carelessness in the final moments between Chinonso and Benga, who were unable to turn things home as they lived with a dangerous 2-0 score line. It was going to be a lifeline for VOE as time ebbed away, and with 9 minutes to go, a powerful header from Matthew would put VOE within touching distance. A well-taken free kick and a delightful header to boot, and Atlantic Business were questioning their own decisions. The chances would continue to come in the dying embers of the second half, and Atlantic Business would almost make it 3-1, but they could not convert possession to goals. And for VOE, they would have one last opportunity to secure an equalizer and push the game to penalties, but they could not seize the moment despite the chances that came their way. Atlantic Business were hang on for a place in the semi-final of the TCC Cup.